To work with student portfolios, you'll basically need to go through the main student portal, and once you're in, you'll notice there's some tabs along the top. One of them will say Resources. Simply hover over and you'll see a section that says Student Portfolio. By clicking it, it'll navigate you to the portfolio site. It'll know that you're already logged in based on the other credentials. From here you can now create a presentation, and this is a fairly easy process, but can be a little odd if you're not used to it. Here, simply click the Create Portfolio button, and then you'll see the 1, 2, 3 steps. First section really is to pick some type of tone or color tones that you want to work with. This can be changed later, so just pick something for now and continue. You'll notice you can scale over, and there's a lot of options. The second option here is to pick what type of pages you like by default. If I choose the drop down, I'll see a lot of options in here, and whatever I select, I'll notice it'll change my pages here. For the sake of the CO 2520 class communications, we recommend using the IRA Intern Seeker, which will provide you some basic pages that you can provide information on, such as education experience, samples, jobs, what have you. The next thing you'll need to do is simply provide it a name. Here I'll put my name. Once that's done, click Create Portfolio, and this will generate the page for me. Here's some generic information, which is pretty boring and pretty ugly at the moment. Of course, I want to make that better by going and cleaning up the back side. You'll notice along the top there's some options for control. By selecting here and say I want to change the way my formatting of the text my name is, I can choose a drop down here and choose different ones that are a little bit better. I may want to choose a color scheme or something else in design, so it's a lot prettier all around. I want to pick something that's more appropriate to the business field I'm trying to get into. Even though like this first one here is really pretty, having music notes in the background if I'm not applying for a music job may not make a lot of sense. Keeping it fairly neutral is not a bad idea. You can then choose Apply, and this will save that theme to your current page. Close this will close it back up. Now you notice there's some options here I can change to work with different pages. If I go to Pages, I have a whole list here. I can change names if I like to. This will show up in this part, or I can go to Work Experience, whatever I'm trying to do. In this case, I'm going to make a brand new page called CO 2520 Assignments. Choose Add, and this adds a new page. Now I can go ahead and close this information out, or I can share it, or whatever I want to do. But right now I'll go ahead and click Save. Now I see that it's saved. I'll click Pages again, and it'll close this out. Now let's say I actually want to turn in some homework assignments to a teacher. Here I can go down to CO Assignments, and there's nothing currently in here. I can type in text, but that's not what I'm looking to do. So the best idea is to make your Word documents separately that you can actually upload to this page. So I'm going to go to Files, and let's say I've already created my document. I'm done with my homework assignment. I just want to post it on the page as required. I want to go to Add Files. I want to browse and find a Word document somewhere I can work with. Of course, it would be the assignment I'm looking at. And here I'll go ahead, just choose this graded assignments doc, click Open, and Add Files. And what this will do, it'll add it into this list, but this does not show up anywhere on the page until I tell it to be on the page. If I would like this to be on the page, I simply grab it and drag it down to where I'd like it to be. You will probably notice that it will tell you when it's okay to put it in there or not. I'll hover over an area where I'm allowed to, click in there. It will then ask how I'd like to insert it. Do I want to link the entire document or show it fully in display? If I want to do fully in display, I'm going to need Google Docs, so I'll just leave it normal here, insert, and there it is. At this point, I'll go save it again, close this out, and I can see this here. If I want to take a look at it, I can go to Preview, and I see this point here. Clicking this will simply download the document. Now the problem is this is not shared yet, so I'll go ahead and close this. Now I need to share this out, so something I can get to. What I want to share it out to is the instructor, which is me at the moment. So I'm going to go to Sharing, and there's different options for sharing. I could choose the community, which is the entire ITT Tech community, publicly, making this page available to anybody, or privately. In the process right now, since the page isn't quite ready, I just want to let my instructor know there's documents. So just go to Share Privately. You can put your name, the email address you want to send it to, or however you want to set this up. And this is the time frame in which this would be available in the share. So obviously having your current date and put it out far enough so if the instructor was to look at it a few weeks off, they could still get to it. This will send an email to the instructor at that email address. They can then pull up and look at the link and see your page. With that said, you should be able to go back to home and work on any part of your document you want to. Here I'll just go ahead and choose Edit. Now you can start updating your page and filling in information. This information will be used throughout the CO 2520 course.